This episode of Pop Cult Parent is brought to you by Young King Hair Care. Young King Hair Care is a multicultural grooming company for young men. Leveraging plant-based ingredients, Young King creates clean products to promote textured health and growth. Inspired by their son Cade, husband and wife team Cor and Stefan launched this company in December 2019 with the mission to redefine male grooming for the next generation of Black and brown men, giving them the confidence they need to be their best selves 24/7, 365. My two sons have been using Young King Hair Care products since they launched, and I highly recommend everything, especially their leave-in conditioner. Featured on Good Morning America, Shark Tank, Essence, CNBC, and more, Young King can currently be found in the shelves of over 15,000 Target, Walmart, and CVS stores, as well as Amazon. And just for members of Pop Cult, use the discount code POPCULTPARENT to receive 15% off your order at youngkinghaircare.com. That's POPCULTPARENT, one word, to get 15% off your order.
What up, what up, what up, internet? Who you are, where you be, where you at, what you see. This is Pop Cult Parent, and this is another One Piece check-in. We know you love it, we know you need it, so we gotta give it to you. I'm one of your hosts, Mark M.F. Jones, and I'm joined by...
This is Niels D.R.Y. Anyways. I'm ready, bro. We got some things to talk about, Mark.
We're gonna get right into it. Basically, in the world of One Piece, it is going nuts. The fandom's going crazy. The chapter manga is just hitting after hit after hit after hit. We're on the Egghead Island arc. We talked about that a little bit about our last One Piece check-in, but some big things have been happening since then. So we're just gonna kind of get into it and talk about these last couple of chapters and what's been going on. Nels, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I just to clarify, Pop Cult, we know that the anime Egghead Arc is Egghead Arc is currently out right now. You can see it on, Crunchyroll and on Netflix. We're actually talking about what you're going to be seeing a year from now. So the manga is currently like still on the Egghead Arc. Wow, I'm getting my butt kicked with this. Egghead Arc. And in the last two chapters, there's just been some stuff that went down. So this is chapters, just to orient you, chapter 1110 and 1111. And Mark, I will start. There's some craziness that's happening. And Oda is wilding right now. So first we have Saturn, one of the five Gorosei, like lands, and all of a sudden he is some giant mutant
spider monster.
Yes, that can't die.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we have Vegapunk die. We allegedly die and have a dead man switch to a recording of him saying he's about to expose the world on the truth of the world. And for some very odd, very Oda reason, it's like, oh, we'll need about 10 minutes to get this started.
I even love in the manga, it's like they're trying to justify it in the world of One Piece. Like, I don't know, like, should we just say it? Nah, give everyone like 10 minutes. That should be enough to like. And I even had to come to you, Nels, because I was like, why are they delaying this? But the reason behind it is Vegapunk wants everyone to like get their transponder snails up so this can go out to everyone. Like, everyone turn on your radios, get near a transponder cell. This is going to be big, and I probably got 10 minutes before the world government can like turn this thing off. Is that like the reasoning behind it?
No, I think yes, for all the stuff, I think he believes that the world government can't stop him anyway. Like, even after the 10 minutes, like, because of all the systems and things that'll take place, that it'll still be too late and the world government can't stop him. And yeah, I don't know where Vegapunk has been for the past 800 years, but they literally destroy islands. If somebody can do it, the world government can do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's the government. Um, so that's like where we were, and then Saturn was like, I'm gonna need for the planets to align. I'm gonna need to. I forgot what he called it, like sunset, sundawn, or something like that. It was like I need y'all here.
To
He
me, my X-Men. Like,
facts,
that's what he
facts.
did.
He called for Voltron to assemble, and they just flew from Marie Joie into these like summoning circles, and out we see a double spread of the five Gorosei in their like demonic monster forms.
Yeah.
And so we got Saturn, who's a spider. We got a straight up Dune sandworm, like
Yeah.
straight up
Yeah.
Dune sandworm. We got like a bird. We have like a warthog.
Yeah, one
We
of them was like a
have
warthog.
like
I
a
forget what the
skeleton demon horse. Which one am I forgetting?
no, and then Saturn, right? That's
And
five.
Saturn.
Yeah.
And and
Crazy.
and the other thing, and I'll let you go, Mark, is typically when Oda does the like this is the character and this is what they are, he'll say like devil fruit, like something something know me,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
saying he didn't do that. He just
Yeah.
said monster. This is the name of the monster
Monster.
they are.
Run.
So like the One Piece community is saying like they don't have a devil fruit. Like this is what they are. I think they do have devil fruits because like when Saturn showed up and when all of them showed up, they had that little thing that Luffy does when he's awakened, and Rob Lucci
Yeah.
when he's awakened, he has that little black cloud. So I think they're actually Zoan devil fruits, but the
Maybe
One
some
Piece
like
community is saying, well, if they are, why didn't Oda say what kind of devil fruit they are? So I think that's a
because
valid
Oda
point.
is Oda. Yeah, maybe some ancient Zoan or something. No man, it is nuts. And Luffy's in his gear 5 and he, is taking it to Saturn. He basically knocked out Admiral. I forget his name.
Uh, why
His
not? Because
Kizar why
Kizaru,
can't
Kizaru,
Kizaru.
Kizaru,
Basically knocks him
Kizaru,
out the
whatever.
fight. Is taking his attention to Saturn, and Kuma comes and attacks Saturn with a crazy bruh, it is nuts. But yeah, Saturn was like, to me, my X-Men monsters grow, and it's so. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, man? Egghead feels so as just like an arc. It feels like such an award to fans. It's like all of One Piece has been compelling. All of One Piece has been really good and we learned things, but it's like for y'all that like have been along on this journey, this is like you're gonna eat. Y'all are gonna eat. Like this is gonna be a good time.
And nothing says it more than when the giants from Little Garden show up.
Bruh.
When the giants from Little Garden show up, I can only imagine how folks like you all feel. Like I just got on this roller coaster about a year ago. Y'all have been on this for decades, and y'all ain't seen them in decades. So I can only
Decades.
imagine how y'all feel about it.
Bro, and then I just love the whole dynamic that they're creating there. Because in the beginning of Egghead, you get that part where Robin finds out that Saul's still alive,
Mm-hmm.
and Vegapunk and Dragon saw the giants. The giants were the ones who went to I forget where Robin's from, but
O'Hara.
O'Hara, and collected all the books, and it's like, yo, it's like they know, the giants know, like, this is precious knowledge. And then
Yep.
Nels, when the two giants show up from Jaya, uh and they put work on Saturn. Like they give him the business, and he says something along the lines like, we've had problems with your kind, or I forget exactly what he says, but it's implied that the giants have been a problem
Yeah.
for the
Yep.
world
Yep.
government before. And I was like, I see why. Like, like, yo, like,
They handled. They handled Buddy.
and laughing the whole time.
Yes, and I was just like, oh, like, okay, so it's
It,
real. But
they still were like, yo, we need to run. Like I don't know how you feel, Mark. The fact that like Luffy at one point, Luffy made a bat, like real Bugs Bunny
I love
style,
Gear
like
5
made a
so much.
bat, painted it, and like hit some venom explosives, and it looked like a bomb went off.
Yeah.
And Luffy was like, we got to go now. And you see the three Goro say, like, come up after him. And I'm like, how are they supposed? There's no way they can fight them at Egghead. They have to
Yeah.
all leave. And there needs to be a training arc in Elbath or something. Because, like, this is not dog. Zoro
Yeah.
cannot cut them.
No.
Sanji cannot kick them hard enough for this to end. Like
Nah.
they need something else, bro.
And I think it shows the maturity and the growth of Luffy. It's funny, like Gear 5 makes him kind of silly in his
Mm-hmm.
fighting, but like in his tactics and his like thought of what's happening, he's like, oh no, 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 we gotta go. Like it's good y'all here. I'm glad it's been I can't believe it's been 2 years since I've seen y'all, but everyone scoot
Time to go.
we gotta go.
And
And I
usually
don't
Luffy's down to shoot the ones. But
yeah,
Luffy's
yeah.
like, we need to go now. Oh, Sanji said we need to go. I'm glad everyone knows what the plan is. We gotta go.
Yeah, and it's funny, like pre Sabaody Luffy, pre Marineford Luffy, I don't think would have made that decision. I think he would have been like, no, we're gonna fight. You know, we'll figure it out, we'll get it. So, it was great to see that, dude. We kind of just walked over the whole like Rob Lucci Zoro thing. Uh,
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Because like I get the One Piece community is like kind of
there,
there's some Zoro lovers and there's some Zoro haters.
yeah.
There's some haters of Zoro out there. I didn't realize it was that deep. But
I
how'd you take that Rob Lucci fight?
what I liked about it was it's like I feel like Zoro, how do I put this? Zoro knows when to go all out. Like he I think if there's one thing Zoro will not do is underestimate an opponent. You know?
Yeah.
And like I feel like in that moment he was like whatever happens, Luffy will do his thing, the team, Usopp Nami, I gotta stop. Like Rob Lucci cannot leave this island alive. Like this guy is a threat. He's a threat to us. He's a serious problem. And the Jinbei was like, "You won," and he's like, "Let's go." And Zoro's like, "He's still alive. Like he's still standing.
He's still
like nah,
standing, bro.
he's still standing. Like I'm not leaving. Like
I'm not done."
And I think that says a lot about Zoro, and I also think it says a lot about Lucci. Like, and we're getting into a place now where people's devil fruits are being awakened, and what does that necessarily mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the power that, like, I mean, Lucci lost to Luffy, but for a while he was hanging with a Gear 5 Luffy
He
for a
was
little
hanging
bit.
with him. He was hanging with him.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing to scoff at. So, I think people especially after the fight with King, I think people are expecting this from Zoro every time. And so I think a lot of people might have been a little disappointed.
I'm one of them.
Right here.
I'm
Right
one of
here.
them. I saw that Zoro fight. All right. I saw it in anime. I'm expecting big things from Zoro every time. That was one of the best anime fights I've ever seen. All right. This man turned into a demon and cut him. And I saw like 30 impact images
No,
when that happened.
Even the anime was like, winner, Zoro. like, we're gonna break the fourth wall. Like he won.
This man flew and cut the anime. He cut the anime and beat that guy. Yes, I'm expecting big things from him. I'm sorry.
Nah,
So,
but
I'll say this. I'll say this about the Lucci fight. I agree with you 100%. I think Zoro was like, this guy is a threat. I gotta stop him. The one thing I'll say is like, we are sleeping on Lucci. This man is Cypher Pole agent number 1. Yes. We're talking about the CIA, FBI equivalent for the world government. He's their top dog. And Zoro, him and Zoro, it wasn't a tie. Zoro beat him.
Yeah.
So Zoro beat the #1 guy in their CIA. That gotta stand for something. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like this is Rob Lucci from Water 7 and Ennis Lobby. Like this
Yeah.
is 2 years later, Rob Lucci training
The
in
number
random
one
islands
guy.
and became the #1 guy in Cypher Pole, and Zoro took him down.
And then
That's gotta mean something.
one thing I want to ask you, and then one thing I want to say. So is Lucci, does he outrank the admirals?
I mean,
Or is it
think
like
I
a
think it's
Black
like
Ops kind of
equivalent.
thing?
Yeah, I think it's like a Black Ops thing because like he gets his orders directly from like the Gorosei. Like
Yeah.
he don't talk to a fleet admiral. He don't talk to any of the admirals. Like he goes straight to the
Straight
Gorosei,
to the source.
to the
Okay.
what do they call it? Celestial dragons, like type
Gotcha.
stuff. So
And so then I don't remember, but when I forget which girl say is the bird, but when he sees him and he's like
Mars, I
basically
believe.
okay, when he tells like Lucci to report, was am I wrong? I don't think Lucci was like shocked in what form he was in. He wasn't
No,
like
Lucci was shook.
it was okay,
Lucci was
okay.
like, "What is this demon coming after me?" But he got himself together real quick. Was like,
Yeah,
"You're clearly my boss. Let me
yeah.
tell you what's going on."
He's like it's like Vegapunk's here, 85 here.
Yo,
He
I mean, you can't be a rat because that's what his job was. So maybe he's just really Rob Lucci's very good at his job.
but
He was
one
effective. He said everything on what everyone was going on.
one line that I love from that panel, when Lucci's like, one of my agents is in there. I think he even said 85 CP Sephiroth agents are in there. One of
Mm-hmm.
mine is healing. Can you please spare him or whatever? And Mars says something like, he's like, you know, no one means to step on insects, but it just happens. And I was just like, yo, like I don't know. No, I was like, this just says so much about the Gorosei and their power level. Like they're not ravaged animals, but like they're like, hey, it is what it is. Like if he gets out, he gets out. But I'm
If
not.
he
He's like,
dies,
look,
he
I'm not trying to
dies.
kill everybody, but if he dies, he dies. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
these guys are powerful. Like they wield a lot of power.
Dog. At the time, the biggest powerhouses we had saw in One Piece were the admirals and the emperors, and they're much more powerful than them. Much more powerful. They don't know how to die, bruh. Like, how are we supposed? I don't know how we're. So, anyways, let's talk about that's what's going on now. Let's talk about what we think is going to happen next. I have a few thoughts. I would love for your reactions to it. Number one, the island's getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Egghead will not exist, bruh. The island is getting destroyed after this. So that's my first one. Two, I think we're gonna get a lot more Gorosei versus Giants.
Yeah.
Like I think that's gonna be the rest of the arc. I think there's probably gonna be like maybe 4 or 5 more, maybe 5 or 6 more issues, but I think we're gonna see a lot more Gorosei and Giants. Um, I think the way they're gonna get off the island is the Iron Giant. The giant Iron Giant is probably gonna like
Oh, we didn't even bring
hold.
that. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
We
At
didn't even
the
set
end
that
of
up.
so at the end of 1111, the giant Iron Giant
Robot.
robot from 800 years ago.
Yeah, when they first got to Egghead, Vegapunk was like, "You see this? It looks like it's from the future. What if I told you it was 900 years old?" And they're like, "What?" So,
And
and
it
that thing has just
attacked
been there.
Marie Joie about like 125 years ago, something like that. And it's
Hmm.
been on Egghead ever since. And it started like responding when every time Luffy goes Gear 5.
Yeah,
And
the
so
drums of
now,
liberation kind of like activated it or something.
yep. And now it is like fully operational at the end of the chapter. It's fully operational. It's in the middle of Egghead right now, and it says like 2 or 3 words, like "Joy Boy, I'm sorry."
Yeah,
which is just what like Zunisha said, the
Yes.
giant elephant. So a lot of people let Joy Boy down, it sounds like.
Bro, One Piece is so good. One Piece is so good. Yeah, like what does that even mean? And it does sound like a lot of people let Joy Boy down. And it's like, what does that mean? Like, did they betray Joy Boy? Are they just beating themselves up because they couldn't avenge Joy Boy? The fact that like Egghead, and like we talked, like I talked about this a long time ago. How I thought One Piece was a dystopian future,
You
and like
said that like right when I started One Piece, and
it
you got it right.
Egghead is proof of that, and this robot. It's like, so wait a minute, there was tech and machines and robot. It's just like, where are we going? And
Hmm.
I can't wait to get there.
I have one more thought on what's going to happen next, and that is we're going to get one more surprise person or one more sacrifice. I like someone's dying. I know like Vegapunk is dead, but like
Hmm.
we're going to get one more person that like gets
Can I
everybody
ask you
out of this
something?
situation. Yeah.
Do you think all the Vegapunks are gonna die?
No. No.
Okay,
No. No. One of
but
them is
but
surviving.
the OG Vegapunk is probably this
Oh,
is
he's gone.
his.
He's gone,
Yeah,
bro. He's
yeah.
gone. He's gone. He might show up as like a force ghost later, but like he's
Like
gone.
a hologram
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something.
He's gone. I think like in a way Kuma's coming out of this alive.
Hmm.
So I think Kuma is gonna be sacrificed at the end to like there's gotta be something that helps get them out of that island, and that means someone else is going to die. Like
Yeah,
there is no way they're going to leave Egghead without another either someone huge showing up, like I'm talking Shanks level, someone showing up, like the Revolutionary Army, like Big
like
News
Dragon.
Morgan, like Dragon, like somebody big. I don't know why I put Big News Morgan on the same level as Shanks and Dragon, but
What a
he's on the
story!
way.
He just writes about it.
Oh, monsters!
Help
Oh,
us! Help! Oh.
go my birds! Tell the world. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but somebody big is gonna come. Like there, I just do not foresee this arc ending about someone else dying or someone big coming to like help them get away.
Yeah.
Because I should. They literally have giants, and I feel like that's not enough for them to leave the island. So, yeah, man, what do you think?
I'm with you. I think, yeah, there's going to be a big sacrifice. I just, and I don't think Oda would do this, but I mean, I hope we get this message from Vegapunk. But I'm also like, what is this message? What does Vegapunk have that the world government is like, shut it down to the point where, and I forget what's the weapon that they used before
I think it's called the Mother Flame.
the Mother Flame. Like I agree. I think the Mother Flame is coming to Egghead. Like like it's gonna be a bad situation at Egghead. Yeah, like what's that message? Not everyone's getting out of there, and then what the Straw Hats are gonna leave Egghead with something. It's not just gonna be this like little information like, oh, the world was once futuristic and there's these 20 kingdoms. Like they're gonna leave with something, and it's gonna take them to Laptel.
Mm.
Or
You think
like
something they get now is going to help them get to Laugh Tale?
something like either info or an item, you know what I mean? Or
Mm.
just like a temporary. The Straw Hats love their temporary crew. They're like you're like your intermediate crew members. Someone's gonna be a Straw Hat for like the next two or three arcs, and it's just gonna like that. And That's the great thing about Oda, where some animes, it's like, okay, we finished this. And it's like, okay, we're kind of like sitting around, like, what's next? But like, he definitely always plants the seed for the next thing.
Hmm.
Sometimes he plants the seed 3 or 4 arcs prior, and they're like, hey, remember this thing? this thing. Remember this thing?
It's
Well,
back.
it's back, and it's gonna.
You had no idea why I mentioned this about 15 years ago. It was for this reason right now.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you, did you notice when Saturn was fighting the giants, he said something about let me stop you before they were like Luffy, they're like Straw Hat, blah blah blah. It's good to see you. And he said something like, let me stop you before you call him something else.
Yes, bro. They're like, who is Luffy to you all? And he's like, oh, we know exact. He's like, I forgot what's his name said, but the Giants were like, we know exactly who he is. He's our
Yeah.
friend, and he's like, let me stop you before you all call him something else. Yeah, man, it's Nika.
Like just this whole. It's like Oda's given us so much, but so little. Like this whole
Yes.
Nika Joy Boy, like what is it? Who? And then dog, we're probably getting into theories, but like dog, the whole like Roger and Luffy, and it can't be an accident that Luffy looks like Roger, and it's just.
I mean, I'll quickly say it's all about belief. If folks believe, like, I think Saturn said it when Bonnie was like not believing that Nika was real.
Yeah.
Like his whole thing was like, they can't believe in Nika. Like, don't believe in Nika. Don't even say Nika. Like, don't believe that Nika exists, because that's where the power is. So, dude, this is the longest we've ever seen Luffy in Gear 5 without like any repercussions.
Yeah.
So he's clearly getting stronger. And he's also doing stuff we ain't seen him do it before. And I think it's because people are believing in him. Like, there's got to be something about people believing in Nika and him being Nika that is making him stronger and do more stuff. So just imagine if like more and more people believe in Luffy, what he'll be able to do.
You saw it. You saw it in Bonnie's Devil Fruit. You know, which like I thought her Devil Fruit was just one thing, but like
it's ridiculous.
You could probably like explain it better, but she can access basically different timelines that could have happened.
She's everything everywhere all at once Devil Fruit.
Yes.
That is what her Devil Fruit is. She can tap all her other timelines, all realms of possibilities because of how young she is. All the potential things she could happen when she grow up. But like when she's like 27, there's only like a couple potential futures she can have.
I love that because the paths get narrower because there's less decisions to make. But yeah, dog, she's everything all at once. She accessed the Nika fruit because like she accessed a timeline where she ate the Nika fruit. And I'm like, that is wild, dog. I used to think Law's fruit was OP.
Law's fruit is OP. Room, like that's my guy, yo. Shambles. That's my guy. But nah, Bonnie's is up there. Bonnie's definitely up there with Law, in my opinion.
Yeah,
she can tap all her timelines. Come on, bro. Like
that's wild, dude.
She can tap a Zoro timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she'd be like a dope swordsman.
I'm gonna say for the record, if we're ever reading One Piece and Blackbeard goes room, I'm done. I'm done. I'm throwing it away. I'm never coming back.
I'm good. I will gladly pick up something else. That'll be my last day of reading One Piece.
It was a nice run.
Like it's over. I was like, Mark, what else? What else is out there? What else you want to put me on? Because I'm done with this property.
The end of the Truman Show. What else is on?
Yes. Like I heard a new Goosebumps show is good.
Yeah.
Give that a watch.
Oh man.
All right. You want to go into theories? Oh, but well, I'll quickly say I have no idea what Vegapunk's gonna say. I would be surprised if we even get anything out because right now it took 3 issues to get 4 minutes down. So we still have 6 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I don't know. If we get anything, it'll probably be the name of the ancient kingdom. And I don't think we're gonna get anything else.
Or maybe like part of something or Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe like some hint of what the One Piece is or where it is. I don't know.
He ain't
So
doing that. Vegapunk
yeah.
ain't saying that. Yeah, I
Let
don't
me ask you
know.
this.
Yeah.
Do you think Roger ever met Vegapunk? Or they ever had contact with each other?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean,
Because
because I think Roger and Dragon met each other.
this, and I bring it up because I find it interesting. I feel like One Piece started with like the goal is to be like Roger. Roger's the bard, the trendsetter. But like as we're getting into One Piece, I'm like, yo, there's a lot of important pieces in this world. And so I'm always thinking like, especially with Egghead just and what Egghead is, I'm like, how does Roger come back to fit and be like this beacon of like, the Willa D and the great pirate era? It's just I don't know.
I have thoughts.
Yeah,
Let's jump into theories. I have three theories I want to share.
let's do it.
None of them funny enough have to deal with the Rogers stuff. So maybe when you share your thoughts, we can go into it. But I'll go in the order of my theories. So theory number one is I think I know who Joy Boy is. I think I know what the D is. And funny enough and annoyingly enough, no shade to this influencer, this person who like does One Piece stuff, Dawn and Dusk on YouTube. They do great work. So this is straight hate. Because I had this idea, Mark, I've had this idea for months and just didn't put it on wax. But they shared that the D could be in one of their videos, the D could be Davy Jones. And I very much believe that the original Joy Boy is Davy Jones. I think it correlates to the ocean and it correlates to devil fruits. I think that's what the D is. The D is for Davy. And the original pirates, the ancient kingdom was the Davy pirates, and the ancient kingdom was called, I don't know what it was called. But the reason that devil fruit users can't swim is because it's the ocean is Davy Jones' locker. And so he is slowly pulling all devil fruit users back into him because he is
Mm,
the origin of devil fruits.
hmm
So that is my Davy Jones Joy Boy like thing. I think he like it is too well known of a name in the world of pirates to just be associated with that game. And like the Davy Back game, it also doesn't really Davy Back doesn't really make sense. And I know we're all trying to find a reason to realize why Long Ring Long whatever is like a good arc.
We're trying to make it.
Everybody's like, there's got to be something there. My
Come
thing
on,
is,
guys. If we work really hard, we can find a reason why this is good.
like Foxy, there's something there. And my thing is Davy Jones. Davy Jones
Look,
is the original Joy Boy.
before we get into your theory, which I love, the long ring island, whatever.
Mhm.
It is what it is. I will say, I think it's hilarious. I think it's a funny arc. I think there's a lot of comedy from the Straw Hats in that arc is like just really funny. I think you get a lot of funny Zoro and Sanji, Usopp, but I get it. I get why it's hated. I definitely understand.
It's only funny. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally every arc has something else, something to offer.
And all it has is its comedy. Nah, I
All
get
it
it.
has is Foxy. Come on, bro.
Nah, man. That no, I agree with you. I think you're really onto something. Like it makes sense. Nothing you said doesn't make sense. Like devil fruits, like the Willa D, and like you said, Davy Jones is such a big part of pirate lore that Oda's got to be saving him for something.
Yeah, and I didn't
Um,
even say this, but like Davy Jones is considered the devil of two pirates. And so
yeah.
like the fact it's called Devil Fruits is Davy Jones's fruit. That's part of the rationale around it.
It makes sense to me, man. I don't see any holes in it.
You ready for the other theory?
Yes, sir.
I think you've heard all my theories, but this is the other one I'm putting on wax. Crocodile is originally from Amazon Lily. So Crocodile is a woman, or was a woman, on Amazon Lily. There's a couple reasons like that I believe this. Yes, it connects Vonkov and that big secret. But the other part is the name. If you look at Amazon Lily and you look at all the characters on Amazon Lily, including Boa, they all have connections to reptiles. And Crocodile is a reptile. His name does not fit in the world of Alabasta. And you're kind of, and even with this devil fruit power, so you're kind of like, why is your name Crocodile? And you're like, you see Amazon Lily and you see Vonkov, and it kind of just makes sense. Now, what I don't know is why is Dragon so important to Crocodile? Because clearly, as soon as Vonkov said Luffy is Dragon's son,
his whole demeanor changed about Luffy.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
He was like, no harm will come to Luffy.
He's really squad up with Whitebeard. You know, he was like, all right, I guess I'm taking out Whitebeard. You know,
yes. Like he's like, I'm cool with taking out Whitebeard, but no harm will come to Luffy. He saved Luffy's life about what, 2-3 times in Marineford?
Yeah.
So like there's clearly some connection once he like Dragon and him, and I don't know what it is. I do not think Croc is Luffy's mom. I've never thought that.
Oh, come on.
But I do think Croc is connected to Amazon Lily. There's something there. I think we can get super meta and say how Lily and like Vivi's like, the original person from Amazon, or excuse me, from Alabasta is the person who started Amazon Lily. I'm pretty sure I heard that from somebody else, but like it sounded too good, so I'm gonna take it too. Like, and then eventually Crocodile is a descendant of all them, but I don't know about all that. What I do think is Crocodile's from Amazon Lily. That's my other theory.
It's funny you say that because I definitely think I talked to you, I was like, okay, crocodile, dragon, cobra. They're all reptiles and they all kind of look not the same, but they have the same type of features, same kind of skin tone, tall, dark hair. So I was like, oh, maybe crocodile and dragon are from Alabasta. You know, but I do think, and I remember I mentioned this to you around when we just when I think this is after Dressrosa when oh my gosh, I can't remember anyone's name. Sabo is reporting back to Dragon, and something was very interesting to me. It was like Dragon wasn't really interested about hearing about Luffy, right? So I was like, "Oh, Luffy did this," and Dragon's like, "What about Robin? Where's Robin?" I was like, that's interesting." But then listening to Dragon's voice, I was like, that voice actor sounds just like Crocodile. And I don't think that's an accident.
Wow.
I was like, their voice actors.
Voice actors.
I was like, their voice actors sound similar. And I was like, I don't think that's an accident. So I think Crocodile and Dragon might be brothers, related cousins. I think even Cobra, Dragon, and Crocodile could all be related, kind of like brothers, cousins.
Remind me, who's Cobra again?
Vivi's dad.
Yes, King Cobra. Gotcha.
And I think they all could be related. But I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know why, man. I think there's some connection between Roger and Garp. And I kind of think that they both kind of like they're kind of drawn. When they smile, it kind of both look the same. Young Roger looks like Luffy.
Just like Luffy.
He looks just like Luffy. And I always pop culture. I always come to nails when I have these crazy theories. I'm like, talk me off the ledge, right? So
And they
we
are
talked
crazy.
about
I will name that.
we talked about like just like in One Piece we're getting into this like thing of belief and what's the truth and hidden history. And we have a lot of people's devil fruits that can manipulate almost reality or
Mhm,
like, twist it a little bit. So like Momo's mom being able to leap forward in time and then
mhm.
Pudding's devil fruit,
Picking
the power,
memories.
the memories
Hmm.
and I remember, and then with Bonnie's devil fruit. So I went to you. I was like, Nels, like, talk me off the ledge. What if like the pre-users of like Bonnie's fruit and Puddin's fruit were at Roger's execution, and Roger was not executed, but they made him. He's Luffy now.
Yo, you did say that theory, and I thought you were a madman when you said it. Because I was like, yo, they just got the entire world to believe that Roger actually died and he's actually not dead. They just reincarnated him into Luffy.
And because there's all this thing about Roger was like, oh, it's not time yet. When they get to Laugh Tale, and they just laugh and they're like, "Oh, it's not our time
They
yet."
Dragon Ball GT'd Roger, is what your theory is.
I'm like, and I don't have a lot of stock in that, but like, I'm just like we said, Oda does not waste. So why are you showing us all these devil fruit powers that can do certain things? And then there's also talk in One Piece of like who had it. What am I trying to say? There's talk in One Piece of like the original user, right? Who was
Mm,
the original user? Who had this before? Because the devil fruit cannot exist, it has to move on to a new person. So I'm like, why are we getting this information? What does that mean? And so I'm putting on my Oda crazy hat.
yeah. Bruh, you have convinced me that there is some connection between Rogers, between Luffy, and Garp. I think I said this theory to you like earlier, which is I think this story was about Ace, man. Ace is
Mm,
supposed to be the main character of One Piece. In any other anime, in any other manga, you look at Ace, you look at the power he has, the people he's related to, and how his story developed, and he would be the main character.
mm,
It would not be Luffy. Luffy's
yeah,
just this goofy side character. But like the story should be about Ace, right? Ace should have gotten the devil fruit. Like everything about it was built up for Ace to be the main character in this story. And so when Ace, well, I was about to say spoilers, but everybody here knows what it is. So when Ace died, I was just like, man, like there is something to this that we're not catching.
yeah.
And I think it's because Laugh Tale is was whatever's on Laugh Tale is Roger's treasure. Like,
Hmm.
and he left it to his heirs. And we all assumed that Ace is his only kid. But what if he wasn't? What if Blackbeard was his kid too? What if Luffy was his grandkid, right? Like maybe Rogers had a daughter and the daughter and Dragon had Luffy.
Luffy.
Like, and all these folks that like are D's that have the potential to get to that island are like they're all fighting for Roger's treasure, and they don't even realize they're in a crash course, but they are. And like the only person who probably knows about it is Shanks. Like I think that's something because like there's definitely a connection with Luffy and Rogers. Like they gotta be related. I'm like convinced at this point. And at no point does Oda say that Ace is Rogers' only kid.
He
You know,
doesn't. And it's funny you say that because it's like it's clear, it's not clear, but a lot of people are saying like Luffy is Joy Boy. And it's like, so what is Joy Boy a title? Is it his will has been reincarnated into Luffy? But when Roger talked about Joy Boy, it was never like I'm Joy Boy or like he talked like Joy Boy was a person. So it's just like like bruh, One Piece is so good.
I have
But
one more theory.
Okay, go ahead. Because I have like a couple little ones. They're not like, but go ahead.
Well, this is a little one too. I think I know what Luffy's dream is. I think Luffy's dream, and part of my rationale for this thought process before I share it is, it's Luffy, so it's silly,
Yeah.
right? It's silly. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. And when you think of people's reactions when Luffy says his dream, they laugh.
Yeah.
They laugh, except for Usopp. Usopp's like, "You're a madman."
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy.
But everyone
Get him,
else
Nami. Get him.
laughs at his dream. And it was the same dream that Rogers had.
Hmm.
And so, like, with all that context clues, I think Luffy's dream is so that every pirate in the world has a D in their middle name. It makes no sense. You don't really get why Luffy wants to do that. It's kind of funny and it's weird. And that's why I think that's Luffy's dream. And there's like one piece of it that really got me thinking it was, I think it was chapter like 1082 or 1084. It's like when Sabo has a flashback to like talking to Ace and Luffy, and he's like, "How come y'all both have D middle names?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, Sabo, do you want a D as your middle name?
Yeah,
Like Sa
yeah.
D Bo or whatever?" That that was the spark that made me think Luffy's dream is for everyone to have a D in the middle name. Now, I think we're going to find out eventually, who knows how long in the future, that there is something special about folks having a D because all of a sudden Vivi now has a D.
Yeah.
Law has a D. Like all the, it's not like there could be a bunch of people that have a D, and but like Cobra and Media was like, oh, we have D's in our middle name.
Yeah.
And like, so I think there's like, it's not going to take much. And I think the belief in Luffy or like having a D in your middle name is good. The more people that have D's in their middle name, it's gonna make Luffy stronger. There's gonna be something important in this story with having the D and having the Willa D, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be part of Luffy's dream.
Well, it's dog, yeah. Like in One Piece, there's a lot of focus on like dreams.
Mm-hmm.
What's your dreams? Because even Blackbeard, when they first meet Blackbeard, he has a whole like dreams are great. Live your dreams, you know.
No one dream ever dies.
No dream never died. I hate this pie or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if he liked it or hated it, but there is this focus on like your dream, and like all the Straw Hats have their own dream, and it's like belief, and then like we're saying about the whole Gorosei, like don't say Nika's name, and Kuma was telling, you know, he was when he was Bonnie was growing up, telling her about Nika, and like he's the breaker of chains, and everything. So it is this like everyone in One Piece, even like the villains have dreams, and it's like it doesn't Vegapunk say like that's where devil fruits come from or something like
Yep.
that? They come from the dreams of
They're from the
people.
dreams and your hopes and dreams. And I'm
Your
like,
dreams.
you are a scientist.
Yeah.
Answer the question. Like, give
With
me
science.
something. Hopes and dreams
Your
manifested. I was like,
dreams.
no, man. Tell me where they're from. You are the smartest person in this universe. And you
Science.
can't answer a
Numbers.
simple question.
Follow your
I was
dreams.
mad, Mark. I was mad. Like, give me
um
something.
a couple little theories that I think are like kind of fun. One I think what are they? The Seraphim? Not the Seraphim. Are those
Yeah,
the
Seraphins.
the
Yeah.
Seraphim? These are the clones of the warlords, and it looks like they're mixed with Lunarian DNA and
Yep.
some other. They're legit. Like they could run like
They're a
Blackbeard
problem.
fought. He fought the Mihawk one for a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I don't know if y'all got there yet. But I'm assuming you have. Blackbeard is like that dude right now. Like he's fully mastered his fruit with Whitebeard's fruit, and he is a problem,
He's a
dog. Like
problem.
he's
He's
a
a problem.
problem.
Code 10. High alert. He's an
So
issue.
one of my theories is if the Seraphim are clones of the warlords, I think I think there's a Seraphim
You think there's an
because
Ace Seraphim?
I think there's a Seraphim because when they had Ace at Impel down, that would have been the perfect time to get some Ace DNA. And I'm like, you're the world government. You have the DNA of Goldie Roger, the greatest pirate that ever existed. You're not just gonna throw that away. So I think a Ace Seraphin's gonna show up one day.
I agree. Bruh, that's wild. Oh my goodness, and Ace Seraphin's gonna be a problem,
Yeah,
bruh.
I think an Ace Seraphin's
Ace
gonna
Seraphin's
show
gonna be
up.
a problem.
And
Luffy ain't gonna fight it,
no,
but you know,
no.
so the Seraphins kind of have somewhat of their memory. So I don't know if it's gonna fight Luffy either. But man, that Ace Seraphim,
And
that might
then
be the one.
one other theory, I think that Lily and Emu and Joy Boy were either like friends, and maybe there was like Joy Boy and Lily were lovers and Emu was jealous, or they were like all siblings. I think there's a relationship between the three of them there. I think Joy Boy, Lily, and Emu have some type of dynamic between the three of them.
Yeah, I don't know about the siblings part, but there is definitely something there. The fact that he's like, I desire or I like crave Vivi, something like it was
Yeah.
real sinister how he said he wanted Vivi. And it's like yeah, as soon as he like put two and two together that was Lily's descendant,
Yeah.
there's something there. There's
Yeah.
something there, definitely.
That Emu's not happy about. And then
Hmm.
the one you you gave me some pushback on this, but I think it's kind of fun. And I don't know if this person's even alive, but Kid having some type of relation to Vegapunk. And the only reason is because we got the six Vegapunks, right? And they all have their numbers
Hmm.
on them. And when Kid does his and Punk's in the name, what does he call it? Like Punk Damned or Damn Punk?
Hmm.
Is like his blaster move that he does to Big Mom. There is a 07 on his blaster that resembles the other Vegapunks, and he's got all these punks in his final move name. And I'm like, Nels, come on. He can manipulate metal, but like he knows how to construct a laser cannon.
I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, bruh, it's less on the fact that like there's clearly something there. It's more on the fact of like why. And
Yeah.
like at what point will it be relevant in the story of Kid being associated with Vegapunk? Like if we were going to get something on it, we would have got something on it like already.
Would
We had this
we?
entire
Would we?
you know what? Hey, you know what?
What do we now?
Great point. Great point. We might get this sucker 10 years in the future and be
We
like,
we met Bonnie years ago.
yeah,
And she
you
just
got a good
showed up
point.
eating pizza, and we
The
never saw her again.
the story has to end. All right. He can't keep doing this to us,
he
Mark.
can't.
He
He
can't keep
can't.
doing this.
It's like breaking. He can't keep getting away with it.
Dog, no. No, don't just add another wrinkle like that's his grandson. Keep it moving.
Well, oh no. I've spoken. Keep it
That's
going.
his grandson.
Um,
Let's just
and then the
add
last.
another chapter where I tell the entire lineage of Vegapunk and Kid just to mess with y'all.
Yo,
Back to the story.
I can just see they're like, all right, Oda, we're wrapping this thing up. We're really excited. Yeah. I'm gonna need 20 more chapters, and it's all gonna be Kid backstory. Like,
Like, no.
no, Oda,
Why?
no.
And then he tells them the story. They're like, it's really
Give him his
good.
give the man what he wants. Damn you.
Yeah.
But dude, and I know we're gonna wrap up, but I want to bring this up. I think you sent me a video, and we both really liked. It's a crazy theory, but we both kind of like this theory. I don't remember the YouTuber who brought this up, but the idea that the One Piece is kind of maybe related to like Oda's creation.
Yes. Oh man, I need to find who the creator is. But I saw it on Hidden Island had a theory for theory, and he featured it, and it won its theory for theory, and I shared the video with you. So I'll look up what the user's name. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. It's basically along the lines of like at the end of it all, Oda is writing this story, and correct me wrong, he's writing the story, he's writing One Piece, and Emu knows that. Emu knows that Oda is the creator and is trying to get access to him to, because when you control the creator, you control everything. And the one reason why I really like this theory is Gear 5 is very fourth wall breaky.
Tainted Marth.
Okay. Shout out to
just
Tainted Marth.
Yes.
Gear 5 is very fourth wall breaky. Like Luffy hasn't straight up broke the fourth wall, but I feel like they're really playing with that there. Like it's just, like the Looney Tunes stuff. Just like who is this for? Who is he doing this for? Who's this like the bat, the like making the bat like a very Bugs Bunny and I think I don't hate it. I kind of like it. I kind of like, and I usually hate stuff like that. I usually hate like it was all a dream, or it was a little kid writing a note, and like you know what I mean. I usually hate that stuff, but I was like, I kind of dig this because it's the creator's creation is like trying to break that fourth wall and control their own destiny. I was like, I kind of don't hate this theory. This is pretty dope.
Kind of because it gets meta.
Yeah.
And like if you think about that, like we know how this story ends. And because we know so much about this world and this story, we're going to try to control it. And they've been able to control it for 800 years. You know what I'm saying? Like in this mythological
Yeah.
world, they've been able to control it for 800 years and like let it keep happening. And they're just like, there's just certain conditions that we can't have the world meet in order to continue to rule the world. And Luffy is the one that's
Yeah.
gonna like be able to like stop that. And that makes the story dope. And yeah, I agree, Mark. I don't like stuff like that. But like the way that he's kind of setting it up, if this is the case, which what's wild is this story has been going on for over 20 some years, and none of us know what it is.
But
None of
here's
us
the
have a
crazy
clue,
part.
bruh.
If they go that route, if Oda goes that route, in a meta way, you can justify One Piece being so long. That's the crazy thing about all this. It's like, no, because Emu was manipulating things and manipulating Oda's writing and manipulating the creator. I was like, yo, that's kind of wild that like you can even go that route.
It makes a lot of sense.
So much sense.
Well, bruh, there's about to be a 3-week break in the manga, and then
Yep.
we might hear some more craziness from Oda and from the world. So who knows, brother? We might be doing another One Piece check-in pretty soon, man.
Yeah, or maybe we might have to do some go backs and talk about some arcs, some characters. Like it's a lot
It's
of
getting
good
real
stuff
out
happening
here,
at once.
y'all.
Yep.
Well, just like always, if you want to hear some more One Piece check-ins, feel free to reach out to us, ask us some questions. And thank you all for listening. We have a new episode every month. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Parent, POPCULT PARENT. Visit us at www.popcultparent.com. Become a member of the Pop Cult at our Patreon, patreon.com/popcultparent, where you can see all our full videos and more. Email us at popcultparent@gmail.com. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. And as always, join the cult. Peace.
Peace.